Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is John with First Direct, and I just have a quick question for you. What is similar about the US Interstate System and digital marketing? Now, I know what you're thinking. That might be a little bit of a question that doesn't quite seem to be relevant or doesn't quite seem to connect the dots in any meaningful way. But one thing that I've keep coming across with many different clients that are out there is one standard way, or at least very specific preconceived notions about what their options are when it comes to marketing. So I wanted to put this forward with you. Think about this. Across the entire United States, there is an interlocking system, and this even is very true for, oh my gosh, these would work. Systems that were made as you drive to be able to connect vast parts of the country with others and move them quickly outside of just being on a rail system to where you're able to get. And so as this interstate system goes through the United States, it is able to connect. And honestly, I think everybody in their life at some point in time, if not every day, is coming into contact with the interstate system, or at least a state highway system that's there. What is it about that state highway system that makes it so important? Well, it connects one community to another. Now, is that directly true of the internet? No, not necessarily. One's a physical system, one's deals a lot more with how we think and how we interact digitally with the world. So, as somebody is going down a major highway, if there's something that they need with that community, they get off on that community. And there's a lot more that's here, this place down, this community here versus the community that's down the road. When they get off on that exit, with all their streets and the bubble that they live in versus the bubble they live in can be very different when it comes to that. Just think about the differences in the United States in general, from the northwest to the northeast to the southeast to the Midwest. Even people who get closer and closer to an urban area versus a rural area, whether it's Montana, whether it's Oregon, whether it's South Carolina, whether it's Nebraska, where we're at. When you think about this digitally, though, what is the interstate system? I would argue that if you're running advertising in a lot of ways, the main search platforms, Google, for example, is a great one, and your other social platforms, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, these are some of the largest sites that are out there where they have the largest number of people. But here's the interesting thing about the interstate system that people drive on and the internet. While people use those day in and day out, if they would just take an exit off of the main traffic sources that they have, they would find very specific communities that are probably more in line with what they would want to be. So you want to make sure that you're actually going, if you're going to target them, rather than just doing Google ads or Facebook ads or doing Instagram or YouTube, which is the main line, the main traffic areas that you're going to have, and that's smart. But again, even though that's where everybody is, that's also where everybody is actually doing their marketing. That's where a lot of that money is going to be going as well. And so yes, it does pull some of the money down, but I want you to think about this for a second. As vast as the interstate system is, as much as people actually go onto the interstate system or US highway systems, there is still a lot more mileage to cover when you consider the totality of all of these communities. That means there's more road space on all of the communities than there is on the US interstate system. The same thing holds true in the internet world. There are more places to put your banner ads, to put your videos, to put your audio ads than just YouTube and Facebook. In fact, there's more slots. There's more physical space for them to go. So when you think about it from that perspective, there's a reason why it's actually very cost competitive when it comes to Facebook or advertising. So if for your digital community and for people who are more likely to buy, we know for a fact what impressions that you would be able to get by the platforms that have been created, and what even down to the mobile device, how many mobile devices we might be able to get you directly tied into. So if you would just take an exit off of the interstate system of the internet. Get off of just Google, get off of just Instagram. Don't get me wrong, those are fantastic, those are great, they get results. But there's a lot of other places that you really could be spending your time and spending your money that actually could be very cost effective for you, because you can choose the community that you're going to be serving. When you exit off, you can make sure that you're exiting off the interstate, off of the main traffic sources online, and going into a digital community that actually meets the results you're looking for, that actually is the ideal buying profile of what you're looking for. If you want to learn more about that, I encourage you to reach out to me here at First Direct. You can follow my Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram, hellojohnpayne.com. You can follow me there as well. But if you want to get direct access to me, it's simple. 402-403-0013 is my direct line to my office here. I get text on it, and it also comes on my cell phone as well. So I stay connected to it. If you ever want to have a conversation about that, on what data can truly do for you and how you can get access specifically to some of those, I'm here for you. And I want you to be able to reach out to me and just start a conversation at the end of the day. jpayne at firstdirectmarketing.com is also my email address that you can send that to. That's jpayne at firstdirectmarketing.com. Look forward to having a conversation with you about how we can get you to take an exit off of the traffic source that's online and get right into your digital community where your buying profile is waiting to be served, the ads that you have, because we're always here making sure that we get the right data, the right list served to the right people at the right time with the right product. Take care.